it strikes me that we're moved beyond the is there a payoff from preschool? I mean, whether it be 17 to 1 or 3 to 1. I'm not sure. Chicago Child Parent Centers generally, what's
11 to 1.
11 to 1. Well, even if it's 3 to 1, I mean, that debate is somewhat over. But obviously, the debate on universal versus targeted is just beginning, and I won't. I would like to pin you down a little bit on this one, and to hear your thoughts on it.
Well, let me tell you a story. It's always a sentence that gets attention, whether you're a preschool kid or a folks sitting here. I'm in a school in Chicago. As I said, I spent my mornings in pre-K classes, and I write a fair amount about that. And I spent my afternoons talking to people like Jim Heckman. It's an interesting, contrasting day, right? And there I am in Chicago. It's a really good half-day pre-K program for, quote, at-risk kids. Now, we could spend a lot of time talking about the problematics of that category, at-risk, and who's in it and what it means and who gets blamed for what in that story. But these are, in this case, what this means is these kids get a half-day of free pre-K. Across the hall is a class, a full-day pre-K class. The parents pay $8,000 to the school district to attend that class. It's a tuition pre-K class. And then down the hall, you got kindergarten. This is next door, you got kindergarten. So just imagine a world in which you've got a half-day at-risk free pre-kindergarten or first grade or second grade or what have you, and a class, a bigger, better Cadillac version of this for folks who can pay. That's the gut story that got to me. I don't think that you get there overnight, but I think for a whole bunch of reasons, unless you have a program that enlists middle-class families, and it's not as though somehow there's some magic line that says poor kids are underprepared, middle-class kids are fine, and professionals kids are finer yet, or what have you. It's the middle-class parents who are squeezed now by the cost of pre-K. In California, average tuition for pre-K is higher than the tuition for California State Universities, $7,500. And this is not, when I ask this question in any audience, I said, so who do you know out there that had a really easy time finding affordable, high-quality pre-K? I can see the reaction, like who? So that's really the reason why I think the ultimate aspiration has to be a universal program. We went through this with high schools, 1890s. The thought was there should be, high schools for poor kids and rich kids would go to private academies. We went through this with kindergarten 50 years ago. We'll get there, and I think we'll get there because it's just crucial to who we are as a nation. It's part of that compact that we have.